thankfully, we're getting things underway. Map number 1 of EWC 2024, G2 versus the Mongols, Ancient. And we get to start things off with the Mongols on the T side. So the graphic was wrong, I guess.
Okay, well, 910's been given his P250 and searching for some early headshots. 3 players to defend, and actually a flash aggress. They were ready, and it's worked out wonderfully. Hunter and Nico combined for a double kill, and nearly the triple. Mazinho will be felled after the first, and put Senzu and Techno towards the B site without the bomb.
Yeah, that's the that's the biggest problem, but no, that goosh for Techno. It's going to spell even bigger troubles. Now, they need to make their long way back through spawn. Techno needs to stay alive and see if he can let Senzu work. He's planted his feet for more B aggression. And G2, you can see they're aware. Hunter knowing that the push through B to Red Room a possibility. Malb's now assisting, honestly, with a re-smoke. So this is going to hold them at bay for at least another 20 seconds.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time still on that clock. However, that smoke will rot further. m0NESY does encounter the Senzu occupation of spawn. But they can just sit on the bomb, and that's exactly what they do. They get to 40 seconds. You can see all 3 members now congregate. It's going to come down to deathmatch and aim. Senzu has no lack of that, but he hasn't got ahead. m0NESY sees to it nice and neat. His second kill so far in this pistol, and a triple swing just to make sure. Down goes Techno, and G2 with the first round.
Okay, well, there's the debut. They've won the game, and we're moving on to the next stage of the tournament. No, they passed the test, right? They won a round.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, the confidence. It's brimming. Aggressive Counter-Strike. Yeah. Nico and m0NESY in your face with a flash.
No, that was all Snax. Snax called that. He set it up. He's been talking about it. He said, right, if they go mid, re-aggress mid, late with a flash. Bang.
It's actually an interesting talking point, though, because Hunter was doing the pistols when Hooksy was the in-game leader.
That's right.
So you wonder who's coming up with those bad boys now.
Okay, a couple of Deegs to go searching. It's Blitz and Senzu. Gonna be having a little looky-loo, and over the flames. Good eyes from Hunter. Not always easy to spot over the flame.
Bit of a nothing round here, surely, unless Blitz can put the incision in. Oh, there is the incision. So Malb's tested on the A-bomb site. Swings out, goes down, site open.
Felt like a few bullets, at least audibly. I didn't get to see it too much from his POV, but yeah, quite the spam and no frag. Still shouldn't be too much of an issue, but with the M4 now falling into enemy hands and the site, I was going to say soon to see a plant, but no, it's actually lingering in A main. They're waiting for this temple push, and so is Nico. Handles the first. Well, he overlooked the second. Very comfortable into the unarmored opponents. And so despite the nice pick-off from Blitz, it's not going to cost them too much.
That's one of the things, right? If you get a kill towards that A side and you're not there in a pack ready to explode, and I know they're on an eco round, but this philosophy I think also goes for gun rounds. It's tough to just go, okay, well, ooh, that's a nice shot from 910.
He knows there's another. Red Room, though. It's got him clean. It's Nico. Very impactful round from him, just making sure things don't spiral after an early pick-off of Malbs.
Yeah, it's one of these sites where you can't just justify, oh, we got the kill A, let's just rotate the bomb back. Unless the bomb is very close and you're able to take a bit of space to get that plant, you know that CT rotation is always going to be a bit of an issue. That's why you see some teams, they'll play 2 to 3 middle and the other individuals over towards B and forego A at the start of the round. But this is the big one, the first rifle round. AKs are out. A little bit of util lacking for this map control. What's the opener looking like for the Mongols? Red smoke, no cave or heaven smoke. So could be pushed back quite easily through the flames. Blitz edging and, well, taken down with ease. Great stuff from Hunter. Essentially patrolling this part of the map on his own because there's a main control being taken from G2 on the other side.
And Snax, despite it being rather on his own, he's managed to go and a very aggressive maneuver towards the cave position. So confidence seems to be the name of the G2 game. Hunter alone mid, comfortably taking fights. Snax the same, seems to be very comfortable knowing Hunter can support him. Not anymore. Techno brought low, but wins the duel. Snax sitting in the off angle, continues to patrol cave.
I feel the Mongols, if they are to slip back towards A, they're going to have big issues. They don't know about the aggressive A main push of Malbs.
Ooh, lovely molly.
That's an awful lot of health gone. This should just be a mop-up now for G2.
Poor Senzu, he's put down to 13. It does hinge on Mazinho through red. It's being acknowledged by Nico. This is the duel. This is the clear. Fade of the smoke. Mazinho's young eyes quick to find the prize. m0NESY has found him.
Now it's just Snax to get past.
Repositions towards the ramp. The smoke's still up. He's found the angle. Will they walk through this? That's a freebie for Snax. Oh, no, it's not! Caught off just to walk through the smoke. Molly would be huge. Bomb goes down, I reckon, and he evades the flame. Caught by MONGOLZ on the cross back. It's MONGOLZ saving the day for G2. Got awkward for a moment, but now Senzu not in a position to really close this one out. Hoping to be overlooked.
That's a spam.
That's a step, that's a spam, and he doesn't finish the job. MONGOLZ gets it across the line. One more bullet, and that gets awkward. And there's a third for G2. MONGOLZ still yet to post around and now forced back to this 3.5k awkward position where a fourth seems imminent for G2.
Yeah, Mazinho made this round interesting, right, by slipping the net through red. A big kill for him. You can see just there on the cusp of the smoke onto Nico. But MONGOLZ doesn't stop moving, does he? Snax, you feel that he should have at least gotten a kill there, and it did almost get out of control. But the MONGOLZ with the plant have been able to get a hero AK in the hands of Techno and some upgrades for the rest. Everybody's at least been able to contribute on the board so far for the MONGOLZ, but impact, that's what they're looking for. Techno harasses B. So this is very standard as far as a CT setup would be concerned for G2. Nico always likes to play this B long position, which, you know, for a star rifler, you don't often see that. It tends to be a bit more supportive. Your in-game leaders towards Cave, well, that's where Snax is, can feel out the rounds a lot from there. Hunter towards middle, Malbs over towards A, and then MONGOLZ gets to float around wherever he's feeling. Doesn't even have the AWP out just yet, and there's no need. The regrouping, they'll need to get this A main control. Now, they still have two smokes, a flash, and a Molotov for an A execute. Let's see how Malbs flies this time round.
They still don't have any info. If Snax pokes his nose out of lane, they can start this rotation.
It's awfully quiet, isn't it?
And he is going to confirm that it's very, very empty towards this side of the map now. Perhaps we'll see some backup towards Malbs' position. Throws out the incendiary to delay. Still no support. The cavalry is far away. This smoke is integral. Can he get it down? Will it be respected? Now he's been spotted out. Confirmation of presence on A. Rotation from Hunter.
Going through.
And they will test him. This time Malbs thriving in this environment. Sprays down double. Hunter provides, and it's a clean one for G2.
Beautiful start, right? And you could see off of the information that Snax gives over towards B lane. Hey, sector clear. We're not getting harassed middle either. At that point, Malbs is the anchor of the sign, drops his incendiary, follows it up with the smoke. They've got to be somewhere. And you were mentioning the fact that that rotation point was still somewhat far away, bought more than enough time, mopped them up. Not a single individual goes down. And now the pressure on the MONGOLZ on their map choice, who have now taken the first tactical timeout.
Win condition in my book, Chad, has to be 9-10. The last time they played Ancient, as you discussed, MONGOLZ winning it, but 9-10 was having an absolute, how do you say it? Ball terror, I believe, is how the Aussies put it. But taking a look at that Ancient, I noted, yeah, it was one hell of a map. 37 frags from 9-10.
It's a couple.
That's on all maps, actually. Wait, that's bad maths. Excuse me. In fact, yeah, he actually had a mediocre Ancient. It was Anubis where he popped off. Wow, I'm sorry, it's been a while.
That's all right.
Just learning how to drive HLTV
again.
Yeah,
the filters again. All the little details.
Excuse me. It was, yeah, 37 in the series, but a very reasonable 14.
And you mentioned Aussies. There's a couple of them playing right now against FaZe. Actually, they're not live just yet, so maybe a couple of technical doohickeys over there. MONGOLZ versus Sashi is going on. And we'll have more best of threes as the day continues. Then we have the Resurrection bracket tomorrow, which is going to be best of one single elimination, where GG Howe is already, well, that's where they start their tournament.
I'm sorry, I'd like you to say that again slower, just so I can process that.
The Resurrection bracket
of one single elimination. It just sounds like the most cutthroat combination for a lower bracket.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Single elim, BO1, you lose a map, you're out of the tournament. But I guess you've lost a best of three to get there. So,
that's the thing, right? So it points to the importance of this matchup right now. If you win your opening best of three, then you find yourself in the playoff bracket already. Whereas if you lose your opening best of three, then you have to do your absolute very best to stay alive or be resurrected.
Right, the gauntlet, essentially. It's
going to be tough, but that all goes down tomorrow. Okay, well, the AWP of 9-10 is out in the hands, regardless of scoreline last time round or not.
Yeah, some good chip damage already. Clear the red smoke. Hunter's going to be tested. He has support. Wow. Look at that. MONGOLZ straight through the smoke. Hunter finds another. There are extra bodies, though. And Senzu catching Snax on Cave. That's going to cause a bit of an over-rotation. Mid is the threat. No answers there for G2. And though he's not expecting it, Malbs completely caught off by the aggressive AWP towards the donut. Hunter's in a lot of trouble here. That smoke will give him some options. The bomb likely to be going down. Damn, 9-10 already getting that planted. Spamming away, can't seem to find the planter. 9-10 gets it down. MONGOLZ in pursuit of their first round through the smoke. Hunter hits the spam. Senzu, this is one hell of a flank, but MONGOLZ prepared, so aware. A frag onto Snax was 30 seconds ago. Still keeping track of Senzu, and Mazinho empty-handed in the 1v3.
G2 are very keen to fight and are very active. So no matter what move is getting thrown their way, you could see, as you mentioned, the clear of the red smoke, wanting to take those jewels. But throughout, this is one of the things with teams in honeymoon periods, and it's always tough to hold on to when a bit of resentment or things don't go your way, it builds up after time, and everyone's not putting their best foot forward, is the proactive nature of teams can be a little bit lacking, or at least the team element of that. But right now, G2 with all the moves, go back to the pistol round, a flash and the fight in mid. Then you had Hunter clearing out mid on his own, right? But he was playing some heads up CS, very focused. And then you've got a lot of these fights. They're just constantly moving. They're not sitting back. They want to get stuck in. And again, well, here's aggression. MONGOLZ are forcing the fight out mid. Hunter has spotted Blitz. MONGOLZ this time with one through the smoke. That's from the red room. And Molly, Blitz is forced into the open.
Oh, Blitz will punish MONGOLZ's aggression there. Kind of gifts an equalizer back for MONGOLZ.
Well, maybe that is the opposite, because it looked like the conversation was, let's fight. Hunter was, oh, here we go.
NiKo finds one back.
Bomb's going towards A.
NiKo really considering his options here. He wants to test Cave. Two of them there, and he is going to go down to Techno. High impact with the double.
Hold up a second. The bomb is A main, and Hunter's here.
Hunter's loud with his knife out, though. He's not expecting this, and he's going to be screaming at his screen. Bomb is A main? What are you doing?
Yeah, especially because NiKo would have called two in Cave. Like, so
Cave.
aggressive. But they have a bit of work ahead of them here, MONGOLZ, if they want to break the finances of G2. Snacks and MONGOLZ, they're struggling a little bit, but drops are more than possible. The first round on the board, 5-1 scoreline. And a round that started with the opening kill going in the favor of G2. Again, just clearing that smoke. Is that MOUZ?
Sounded like MOUZ.
Either MOUZ or Sashi.
Yeah, some fantastic head-to-heads in these very important best of threes.
Look how isolated Hunter is. Just look at the minimap, top left, and we can even see with the X-ray. He's just on his absolute lonesome, trying to puff up his chest and seem bigger than he is. Now spotted and dead, so that's the flip side of the coin. That one stings.
Yeah, Snacks yet to frag.
Oh.
And this is going to be a very important first. Takes down Techno, and he's supported by NiKo. Locked out of B now. MONGOLZ have to find other options. A smoke towards the red room will facilitate presence. Donut occupied by MOUZ.
Snacks doesn't have a gun. Oh, there we go. He's just found the M4. I think he was trying to pick up that AK.
Big test for MOUZ here. Don't think Mazinho caught a whiff just yet. Oh, tell a lie, Molly, and a fight. Blitz brings him down.
MOUZ seemed quite confident in some interviews about the positions and how he'd been doing so far in practice, but that's one thing. Temple now for NiKo as he investigates the A bomb site alongside of m0NESY.
Got their finger on the pulse as to the possibilities. m0NESY in particular, 11 frags already, 6 rounds deep.
I like this push from NiKo, but Mazinho may have the timing that wins the round.
Certainly a gap.
Bomb's
Snacks, will he be cleared? Will Blitz opt for the right side? It's likely he prefers the right. Now the left, and a dink. Puts Blitz low. Information on the bomb. Rotation through, but this is where Mazinho strikes. Beautiful from Mazinho. Patience rewarded. NiKo thrust into a very tight clutch. 1v3 heading up the ramp side. Some residual damage. Mazinho vulnerable. Blitz even more so. And it's his first fight onto the healthiest member, 9-10. Trade potential on Blitz. Will NiKo anticipate the swing? If he can isolate 9-10, it's clean. And no swing from Blitz, playing the time, but it's not planted for them. It's not planted for them. The molly should be fine, covers the bases, and no kit for NiKo. He's running out of time, and he's run out of options. Trying to take some 1 or 2 with him. Blitz closes it down. It's a MONGOLZ round.
Okay, well, I think the MONGOLZ have done a great job in the last 2 rounds of being able to settle G2 somewhat. Hunter getting isolated over towards middle was where everything went wrong, or at least started to. Snacks getting one back, but still quite strung out. And G2, again, being extremely proactive. It meant that they weren't just together. Right? NiKo was on the other side, trying to clear out, get themselves some information, and having to stand on the barrel of a bit of an eco at G2. MONGOLZ, financial supremacy. Should be great for the third. Deagle on NiKo, Hunter, 5-7, USPs for m0NESY and Snacks, and MOUZ with the P250.
Is Snacks going for a Zeus rush? Is that what he's cooking? Oh, down goes NiKo. And he is burrowed into the corner, hoping for a cheeky zap.
Even got the skin.
Oh, I do fancy one of them. Don't think I've got a single Zeus kill in an actual game before.
No, and every time you buy it and you don't get it, you feel like a bit of a tit.
Trace has this bad habit of dropping me one, saying, go have some fun. And I don't want to. I don't want to have fun.
Okay, well, it's something to learn where things went wrong last night in your your officials.
Yeah. Get a best of 5 against the Arabic talent. We won.
He might get this. No. He won't get
not.
this.
No fun, you see? There's no fun to be had with the Zeus.
Yeah. Gonna get the fire. Well, they're just going to make mincemeat of this B defense. Last 2 individuals to be found. And MONGOLZ. No. Crispy work. Up to 7 for him. 2 rounds the difference.
See, Senzu just threw it away. Doesn't want any of that.
Yeah, rubbish.
What if I accidentally press my knife twice? Huh? Running around with the Zeus.
I'm also not a fan of the fun, so.
No. This is Counter-Strike.
Exactly. It's serious business.
You want fun? Go play Hello Kitty Adventure. Or whatever you prefer.
Or Valorant or something like that.
Yeah, there's kitties in that too, isn't there? Or dogs.
Oh, there's a bit of a gap.
Oh, that's an off out of the equation early. 9-10. He was feeling confident, but put back in his place quickly by Mr. Osipov.
Probably thought they were going to do the smoke break again. Because they'd done it so many rounds on red, but they went for the double mollies mid. You saw the evolution on Ancient a whiles back where it was a lot more of that door molly as opposed to the deep elbow, but we're just going to contact in towards B. That's the response out of MONGOLZ. Senzu in past the line of sight.
This is going to be interesting. What's their flight path? Do they anticipate this distant angle on the cross from Nico? Gets his chance and a little shy. Just whistles a couple past the shoulder of Blitz.
Feels like a save, doesn't it?
Considering the finances, it would be well advised, unless someone finds something soon. Snacks, perhaps a wall bang, but they're looking safe now. Smokes, it does seem like a save, maybe the best port of call. Don't want to be putting all of your guns into this one.
With no kid, it just becomes a very difficult conversation. There you go. Maybe that'll entice them now.
Still uncomfortable with the smoke situation. Snacks smoking long off, will isolate Blitz a little, but covered by Senzu. Techno finds it.
All in vain.
Get out of there. 3 rifles saved. Making sure I'm not speaking too soon as they are trial exit heaven. Smoke to facilitate. Oh, MONGOLZ. Caught off despite his early pick.
This is a nice little save though. Hunter getting 910's AWP for MONGOLZ. That wouldn't have been possible otherwise. So that's actually a nice save. MONGOLZ can drop a rifle. Hunter can buy one for himself. They can have a full rifle round again, Alex.
Yeah, recovered 4v5. Losing 9-10 early, doesn't matter.
Okay, well, this is going to be a tactical timeout called by G2. Taz with the opportunity to get on the microphone, confer his ex-teammate. I guess they're current teammates.
Yeah.
But ex-player teammate of major fame.
I mean, this is there's so many, you know, elements of Counter-Strike that you couldn't imagine. You couldn't make it up.
No.
Snacks and Taz reunited in 2024. In G2. What is going on? It's very exciting to see Snacks in a G2 jersey. Not something I thought I'd be seeing, but absolutely curious. I'd say I'm morbidly curious as to see what happens here and what happens next.
I don't think it was on anybody's radar.
Oh, God, no.
It was a very surprising pickup, obviously discussed to no end. Snacks, do you have a gun? We're still... Okay, we're late. We're very late out of spawn, and nobody's currently on the B-bomb side.
Could have been exploited. It hasn't been. How are they to know?
Well, that's very fortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, goodness me. Gosh, that could have been one hell of a quick round, couldn't it? They're just bomb
Still faffing around with guns.
Safe, man. Yeah, safe. Still, Hunter, he's flexing up. He's got the smoke up and just starts to throw some bullets down range. Nade as well. Chips a little away on Techno, down to 70. Very light in the util department. I don't even see a flash, so they can't even really make a play. Oh, I hadn't considered the wallbang headshot.
Yeah, just keep shooting.
To the right of the bucket, Chad. That's what I learned. The right of the bucket. And Senzu's catching flak from the very limited util I just mentioned. That last HE puts him on 20. Bomb towards the B doors, but with Senzu still having a little shop. Picks up the bomb and has a decision to make. 50 seconds for the MONGOLZ to try and rectify this man disadvantage.
The biggest drama, if they do want to pivot back towards A, is going to be MONGOLZ's scavenged AWP. So Snacks looking to block them off on K. 40 seconds now. MONGOLZ even has a smoke, so corralled Have to force through this.
Making good use of their little util. MONGOLZ punishes onto Blitz. That orb now a real threat towards the main position. MONGOLZ remains composed, but how has he not gone down to that one? A headshot angle and adjust into Mazinho. MONGOLZ farming. He was under so much pressure there. Multiple players, Molly at his feet, but composure demonstrated by MONGOLZ.
Given a couple of opportunities, wasn't he? Bullets whistling past the ear. Felt like he should have been finished off, but was able to course correct. Up to 16 frags is MONGOLZ. And another conversation is going to be, how is he going to go in a new iteration of the roster? Because there's a big conversation at who the best in the world is right now. MONGOLZ's embedded in that alongside of Donk and Zywoo. But classic MONGOLZ on show today. Yeah,
look at that scoreline. I mean, in that ancient that I did misquote previously, he was the one having the comfortable day in the office. I think he had 18 frags. The rest of his team didn't break 10 in their 13-4 loss. So he's certainly comfortable on the map for the boys. But it is a question of, the supporting cast. You've got NiKo and MONGOLZ on this roster as well. There's a lot of firepower, especially once we get to the second half of play.
I think the T side is where it's more interesting for me in terms of everything being a little bit more in place, whereas the CT side, having MONGOLZ change roles, that's been a huge conversation. It's not something that, from our perspective, while we're doing the game live, it's hard to harp on that because you're not focused on the guy the entire time. He's in these less active positions, but when the action comes his way, he's expected to go 1-for-1.
Well, here's action for you. He's pushed A main very aggressively. As a anchor, occasionally you get the freedom to go for a little bit more of a walkabout, and already pushed up A main as they concede middle.
Huge gap. Nobody patrolling Donut just yet, as MONGOLZ will try and fill that void. They know that the red slip is a possibility. Hunter having to tend to that, but from afar. So they're turtled up in towards the sides. This is a defense that has been pipped so far. So looking to thread the needle are MONGOLZ. Is it going to be an A wrap? Definitely trying to harass over towards the bomb site.
It's a distraction, Chad. It's a distraction, and it's worked. Now they catch him out, and down goes NiKo and MONGOLZ. Wrapping into B, though, that is where the lion's share of the defense remains. And that's a nice angle just in front of the ramp. Smoke, perfect from the MONGOLZ.
Wasn't telegraphed either. Obviously, G2 didn't have information over towards middle, but the fact that they didn't throw the traditional smokes that you would see, they just contacted in, caught a couple of players off guard, and are now setting themselves up for their fifth. MONGOLZ can't consider going for this one. Bomb goes down, and the hunt has already started. Now, careful now, Blitz. Does have the support of Techno, so if they do rumble his position, they'll start to encroach. Everybody in their way. Rip this rifle out of the hands of MONGOLZ if they can. Oh,
nice.
Just run in, mate. Go and defuse.
He is he's pretty crackers, Chad. Oh, never mind. He's actually hitting every headshot he swings into. So he's making it costly, that's for sure.
Final round next round. As long as they don't lose this AWP, everything's good. So for the stats.
Okay, okay.
Also, I guess could help him drop something into the next round as well.
Some kills,
so
yeah.
The finances.
He gets away with his life.
Terrorists win.
We should have rifles in the hands of everybody. MONGOLZ should be able to facilitate if there is any qualms. But this is it, just contact. NiKo going to go, oh, okay. Hold up a second. And everybody just ripped apart. Some clean shooting from the MONGOLZ to make this a one-round game.
Really like that from Senzu as well. Like, he knew what the play was, and so coming up ramp, puffing up his chest, forcing them off of the site, and then finding them through the smoke as well. Like, he played his role to perfection, and the MONGOLZ have closed this gap. It started very strong for G2 off the back of the pistol, but this has been MONGOLZ now just seizing control. Can they wrap it up, tie it up? 6-6. Clear of the red smoke. They time it well on the re-peak. It's Snax actually active towards the cave position. He's got nothing to report as well. Nothing B lane. It's a lot of info early for G2 with the doors smoked. They've got B on lock. Mid the question mark. And look at the gamble. Look at this. You can see that they can start to maneuver a third piece over. Well, now only two. Hunter's been caught out by Senzu. MONGOLZ good for it. Oh, and NiKo builds upon it. Mid clear. Bomb down. Now just up to 9-10. And now it's truly just 9-10. Support down, Mazinho gone, and it is a 7th for G2 on the half.
I would say par for the course, 6-6, 7-5. That seems to be what we're expecting in the MR12s, but we're back underway with the pistol round, and now it's G2's turn on the attack. MONGOLZ unleashed. Will that be the story of the second half?
Okay, long smoke and flashes from Snax. Pressure towards the B site, and it doesn't help, but Senzu's catching bullets early. MONGOLZ on the warpath. m0NESY builds upon it. B site has fallen. And just like that, G2 are on fast track to take both pistols here on map 1.
Tends to be the recipe for success in that format I just mentioned. More maps ahead, but this would be the best way to kick off the debut with MONGOLZ and Snacks, the G2 colors. Very tough retake.
And a clean one from Azinho, nearly a second, covered by Nico. They've made it competitive, but just not quite enough. Not enough bodies for the trading game. m0NESY and Hunter close it out with a frag each. It is going to be both pistols for G2.
All right. Well, I've seen some conversation online regarding how things are going to function forward with the playoff bracket as well as the resurrection bracket. So the resurrection is the best of one single elimination. The playoff bracket is the best of threes, running yourself in for that trophy. Now, there'll be reseeding done in both. So once the resurrection bracket is complete, whoever comes through there, everything will be reseeded based off the ESL World Rankings, I do believe. So you have to keep your eyes and ears out for that, because there has been some conversation. Oh, you know, if these guys beat these guys, does that mean Spirit versus MOUZ in the second round? No, there'll be some reseeding, everybody. So keep tuned for all that information, as we should have quite an easy round ahead for G2.
Oh, lovely. Nico knows his lineups, finds Techno. He's found wallbang kills on both sides through the boards.
Find another.
Yeah, gosh. Done his homework. Handed it in early. Teacher's pet.
This would have to be some absolute bangers from Blitz to make the round interesting. Body shot softens up Nico.
Couple of chances and 3 bullets connecting, but insufficient. Just the one casualty. Rifles are maintained. Oh, wow, perfect. They actually bring both of the AKs through. Oh, nothing of value was lost, as the 9th round is already on the board for G2. It's such a small gap now, this MR12 with both pistols, as you were talking about. It can feel like it's running away from the MONGOLZ. This is their map pick. Puts a whole lot of weight onto this first gun round on their CT side.
You're having to do it the hard way, MONGOLZ, in both of these halves. So let's see if they can make a statement a little bit earlier. This looks like it's going to be a complete A play. Red smoke, but Hunter's lined up this donut from spawn, and they're going to be tearing in towards the A side. 9-10 to respond from Donut. He'll be smoked off in a second.
Has to play ahead of it. Gets his first, gets out, smoked off, and support is there just in time. Azinho, before the smoke does bloom. No reload. He's going to have to fall away now for it. They've got space, but distinct advantage. Can anyone claw something back for G2? Spam finds Senzu. Snacks pushing smokes and nothing. Azinho ready to receive. They were trying to punish onto Senzu, but now it just leaves Hunter and Nico with the world against them. 5 to find. Your positions noted. CTs have rotated. Just feels like a matter of time for MONGOLZ to get this first gun round converted cleanly. Nico peeks into the AWP, and it's 9-10, both opening and closing to get their CT side started.
Huge that he's able to get the opening pick, and also it's on m0NESY, who was on a bit of a tear within that first half. 19 for 8, currently sitting at the tippy top of the scoreboard. So for 9-10, that's a pressure situation. He's the individual from Donut, hearing all the steps, stampeding towards his site. Also has to play ahead of this smoke. Uses it to get away. Mazinho, traditional A anchor, gets over and contributes as well. And that was Snacks trying to make a bit of a play. You're down in numbers. He hears the reload. When he jumped into it, I think it gave Mazinho a little bit of a heads up what to expect. But are able to cobble together something, G2. There's AKs, a Galil, Tech 9, and a Mac 10 for m0NESY. Standard opener for them. Red smoke, cave smoke. They've also got an extinguish in middle to try and apply a bit of pressure. So will this be a late mid-control from MONGOLZ, hoping to still pressure Tetris and jump up? Does look like they're in transition forward to take this fight, as Nico tries his luck back at the fair. Seeing what prizes he can take home from this B-bomb site wallbang.
Splits. Spots out Snacks and does adjust to the lower elevation, taking down m0NESY. That's 2 opening deaths for m0NESY. Will it result in a MONGOLZ round? Oh, it looks like it might do. Mazinho catching Snacks midair, Nico with the trade.
A's open right now, so big questions. MONGOLZ will have to respect this and send someone to the A site to at least investigate Donut. The bomb on the back of Hunter, still towards B, and now it's just 9-10. Good weapon for the job. Can play some deep angles No smoke, just a flash and a molly to try and break their way in G2. Senzu investigating on his lonesome. Techno doing the same. In this type of environment, take information, then regroup for the finish. 30 seconds.
Yeah, because he's going to be there right on time. Right on cue.
9-10 has a molly for the plant, even if they're getting towards the site.
Senzu even has a smoke, but not going to deploy it. Nico clears out Cubby, worrying now about that short angle. Senzu can catch him on the search, but Nico, sharp shooting, does adjust, wins the duel. Bomb can be planted, and they've actually caught out 9-10, head in hands as they let that one go. A 2v3 crumbling before us as we witness Techno attempt to try and get his way back in. The molly will fade, the last of their nades, but Nico opting for 9-10's AWP and a sitting duck to close. Lovely conversion from G2.
And that should be the map, right? That's going to break a lot of things here, and maybe just the mental of the Mongols as well, because that was their round. You could see 9-10 aware of what I'd highlighted with that incendiary, but pulled it out to stop the plant instead of getting ready for that heads-up duel. Senzu getting caught off guard. I thought he had the jump on Nico. He was the one moving in towards the fight, but not as precise. And that is a nice round to win for G2.
Oh, Mara as well, not happy with what he's seeing. And as you said, broken. You can see Blitz realizes how important this round is. No matter how low the chances are, you do want to try and put up a fight to avoid that 11.
Well, there is an opener for MONGOLZ, this time not a death, Alex.
Short. Techno will recover the rifle, but there's three of them staring at him. Nico, he's not going to let that one go easy. And with 5 alive, this B site's been taken by force. They haven't even taken the bomb. They just need the frags, and it's just Mazinho left.
Well, this is the recipe that we talk about with G2. I think when you go back to them lifting the titles, Hunter and JKS having a lot of impact in the playoff games, but MONGOLZ and Nico, they are the workhorses of this team. If we can go into every map and between them at the scoreline being 11-6, they've got 40 kills, it'd be great because they're flashy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. They're flashy stars. You know, they're not those boring stars. They get it done. Oh, plucks him out of mid-air. Beautiful stuff. Two of them a bit of a wombo combo right now. MONGOLZ doing most of his work on the CT side. Nico with that round with his cousin alongside, essentially just to plant the bomb. But that's, like I said, pretty much the game or the map.
That's what they're aiming for, though, in terms of the recipe for success. In terms of first official, having a look at it, Nico and MONGOLZ performing as they are. Snack's doing his best Hooksy impression. It's all working out. And actually, G2 are with their full roster. You know, we don't have any Stewie 2Ks or stand-in situations after
Jason's dismay.
Yeah. G2.
Where were we before G2?
Nowhere, really.
Well, not the perfect mid-smoke, but it'll do.
Fighting mid. Techno pushing smoke. Blitz has managed to do a lot of damage with that 5-7. If he's going to anticipate snags.
Might go past each other in the smoke.
Okay, a little bit of a play to be made here
It's
from
back in
Blitz.
cave.
Oh, there's something to be said about this now. He's managed to get away, reposition. Snags has lost him. He can't quite work out where he's gone, and now timing again. Your back is turned. The 5-7's there. The cover, however, look at the health. Nico, Hunter, bleeding out. Snags now put on 3 HP. This is insanity. There's less than 100 health between the 4 remaining players.
But they don't know that. Blitz isn't aware of how much damage he did through the mid-smoke.
Unconfirmed, but still very much poised for a MONGOLZ round here. Zinho's active.
Yeah, he's on high alert, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't want to overstep the mark and give away a bit of a freebie, but he's cleared. He's not pushing. He's still just going to hold the line. If they win the round like this...
Well, and I have a horrible sinking feeling that if they were to lose one player on B, they with the lack of information,
This would just... Oh... G2 moments away from disaster. Now the push from Mazinho. Surely they'll hedge a player back. Senzu coming over to join the fun.
20 seconds. Senzu knows it's likely going to be towards his site now. Mazinho's called it clear. This is the frag. This is the one he needs. Util's good. Flashed off. And down goes 9-10. Good one for the first. Multi-kill delivered by Senzu. A round-winning spray to secure the 7th. But you can see Blitz gets a lot of props for that one, albeit now it's confirmed. That 5-7 did work.
Yeah, Senzu just had to blow them over there, didn't he? Well, a lifeline extended. MONGOLZ, Blitz, the in-game leader. Gets them back in it. Allows them to keep their head above water for at least a few rounds longer.
And that was with a 5-7 because he went for the hero rifle in the previous. Makes it work.
And it looks horrible, doesn't it? Kasenzu's so blind. 9-10 goes down for 3, and then just comes out. He huffs and he puffs and he blows G2 down. Well, Hunter the one operating with a MAC-10 this time. Door smoke, snacks again. Fast up towards cave. Malbs executes. You get to see his aim on display, so a good 5 for him, up to 12. Decapitates Blitz, the hero of the previous. Now things can simmer forward. MONGOLZ, do you respond with aggression? 9-10 knows that nobody's crossed red.
The fight.
Wow.
Wow. 9-10 struggles to connect the dots. His teammates do not. Senzu, Mazinho, and Techno. I'm just giving you a roster rundown as they do mow down the G2 competition.
That was actually beautiful because as soon as Mazinho gets smoked off, 9-10 is already looking for that fight. He's completely open to heaven. Mazinho pushes through the smoke, and they're just able to clamp down on middle. MONGOLZ noted now, 40 seconds. Can Molly out the pocket? But everybody's here, and they should be able to finish this one off. Don't give him too many opportunities. You saw what happened in that first half. And they're able to get themselves up to 8. MONGOLZ battling back in after losing the opening kill. So really well done. The trap sprung. Was it a warbang kill?
I believe so. Let me have a look at this kill feed when it comes through. Oh, it's going to be a little delayed, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Slightly. With G2, punch down to an eco. I'm just going to use this moment to... Deagle. So I'm going to use this moment just to quickly take a look at what's going on. FaZe versus FlyQuest. Mouse versus Sashi.
I've got my eyes on Sashi here. Intrigued to see how high they can fly. And it does look like they're staying competitive map 1.
Aim that spray, Techno. Eventually does, and well, they've been able to crack in towards the A site, taken 9-10's AWP away, and have given that to the kid.
This scares me. Yeah.
It should do.
A bomb plant and MONOZ with an AWP. Never mind. Monozinho, an important, integral denial of the plant. Really limits what MONOZ can contribute. With Malbs so low, the chances of a plant, the chances of MONOZ being able to kind of pick them off as they encroach, it's been nullified. Doing it the hard way are the MONGOLZ. Finding their footing after early struggles. Now MONOZ forced to be active. He knows it really is all on him. A missed shot.
Saving?
Potentially, yeah. Prioritizing the AWP into the next. It's something to be celebrated from this round. It was just a Deagle search.
Well, he faded away with the step, so now they have to investigate it. You can see they peeled an individual. That pushed Blitz back towards middle.
And if he finds this one, he seems aware that they're going to still be lingering. And MONOZ plucks Mazinho from the corner. A 2v2 now, Mazinho. He's going to be regretting that if they live to tell the tale. Punished on Techno's push. Just ran out of bullets. So keeping themselves composed after what felt like a very threatening MONOZ round.
Especially Techno there, who struggled with that spray towards middle. But great stuff from MONOZ, right? He fakes the fadeaway with the steps. It actually baited a player to have to consider middle with that flank coming through. And then does damage. So good attempt considering the circumstances. It all opened up with this Deagle kill. Bang, 9-10 destroyed. So a threatening round, even though it was a very light investment for G2. So the rifles come back out. That plan to luxury going to help them a little bit in the finances. But a decent attempt considering the circumstances. 9-10. But a few frustrations throughout this map.
Yeah, it's either Nico or MONOZ sitting on his ass at the moment.
This might be a bit more B-centric. You can just see it's Malbs contending with middle early, just throwing out that heaven molly. Snack's still using the cave smoke to worm his way up, but they've started 4 bodies B lane, and now it's their turn to contact.
Okay, into 9-10's AWP. This is his chance to get some revenge and set MONGOLZ up for success. Onto Nico, no less. Malbs, what, pays a heavy price, but does knock the skull off of Blitz.
I thought that was out of liquid.
Yeah, he's furious about that one.
fallen upwards.
I've got nothing.
Not a lot you could do with...
Well done.
He no longer has to play the cello.
Oh, okay. Chad, the break looks good on you.
I think it's really impressive for MONGOLZ to make this so competitive. And if they walk away winning this map as well, considering not winning either pistol, you're having to fight against their momentum. And they've been able to do so. Blitz, going to have to highlight his 5-7 damage round as a key turning point after a bit of a mare in the previous.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've been able to at least draw this back to a one-round game, G2, you can just see how passive they are on the radar, and with only 25 seconds left, saving having to be their best option.
Yeah, they tried their luck up the ramp. I suspect it's not something they'll return to or be in a hurry to return to, considering how quickly this round fell apart for G2.
Well, that's the thing, right? As soon as you know the individual on short taking that type of a line, you're going to swing because you think, okay, unless they're playing a 3v setup, which they were, you know, we should be able to get away with this. And it was the AWP patrolling that long line of sight. The alley-oop, the team bait. MONGOLZ up to 10. I feel another plant is going to be very necessary for G2 to make sure that these last tail rounds of this regulation period aren't just higgledy-piggledy buys. Want to get everybody fully invested. You want the AKs out with all the util MONOSY into the AWP if possible as well. But they've shoved around the AKs, knowing the way that the finances are going to trickle. It's Galil's instead of AKs, Deagle for Nico, and straight up to B. Could be a rush.
Okay, Snacks punishing the smaller molly. Oh, and they're in. A missed shot, a missed spray. Doesn't go untraded. It's good from Hunter. Even better from 9-10. Mouth taken down. Hunter, white screen. A freebie, you'd think. Still manages to get the bullets onto Blitz. It's MONOSY with the Galil that turns the tables. A chance for Mazinho, making this clutch look doable as he isolates MONOSY. And it's a Nico Deagle for the 12. Hard work from everyone there. MONOSY and Nico combined to pull it across the line.
And that right there is one of those little details with the change in the incendiary. You highlighted it well, that you can really exploit that if you can get out of that choke point, right? If you're not bogged down, if they're not ready for the rush, if they don't throw the molly with the HEs to slow you in it, you can use that smoke, you can get past it without taking an awful lot of damage. And it felt like even though they had the runway, Snacks not converting that initial kill was their undoing. But great work, and Hunter fired up about that one. 12 secure just as the chips look down. Oh, what do MONGOLZ have remaining in the tank? A FAMAS, an MP9. Techno liked the way that the 5-7 looked in the hands of his leader. He's going to whip that one out. They've got smokes almost across the board. A couple incendiaries. Diffuse kit, 9-10's AWP. Can that be the difference maker? It's overtime or bust for MONGOLZ on their map pick. Inferno up next.
They have to be. Starting with some mid-control and some mid-aggression. Ooh, Blitz, he had his chance, long range. Puts Snacks down to 12 with just an MP9. And Mazinho braves it, takes him down, finishes the job that his leader started. There's the AWP from 9-10. He's going to be run down, but just about gets away. Mazinho finds another. Nico not happy with that one. This 5v2 quickly falling into favor of the MONGOLZ. We are going to see every round of regulation.
They just B-rush again?
You might have to.
Is it the Mouse 1v5? On debut.
That would be something. And you can see that they've calculated this one. Don't want to let anything else go down. After losing Blitz, they will batten down the hatches. Donut, red room, mid is off limits.
I guess just seeing if you can upgrade the FAMAS and the Galil into an AK or an M4, that'd be nice for MONGOLZ.
Bit of chip damage onto the AWP.
Those where two are now.
Some information certainly, and with the bait of the shot and confirmation of 2 of the 4, he can certainly assume 1 occupies B doors.
It looks like he's posturing to save. So if he gets hunted after time, that would be absolutely miserable for MONGOLZ. There'll be no cash in the back pocket, and they are slowly encroaching on his position. He's going to tuck in towards spawn. 14 seconds, Alex. This could be absolute disaster for MONGOLZ.
So they clear mid as a unit, but then there is going to be a window of opportunity if they were to start to search.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
well,
comfortable.
Yeah, no, guys, he's definitely not here.
I can confirm it.
Everybody having a look. So MONGOLZ, fortunate, gets to hold on to the AK-47. Is going to be the absolute best weapon they have to carry through into the final round of regulation. As I said, do you just rush B again?
Who's got the spawn?
It looks like MONGOLZ, right? So slightly ahead of MONGOLZ, who's right next to him. Those two could be the entry pack. Red smoke thrown out, and it won't be the all-in B rush. So what do you do with some light upgrades? You've got your MAC-10s, you've got your Tech-9s.
Yeah, you heard the extinguish. It implies early presence towards Tetris. Two CTs investigating, and it's clean from Azinho. There's MONGOLZ with that AK. Saved it for a reason as he looks to save G2 from overtime. Man advantage. Senzu activates towards the ramp. Obscured by the smoke is Nico on the cubby. On the fade, he's unable to connect the dots. Equalizing from Senzu.
Huge push.
Oh, MONGOLZ so aware of these potential slips on CT and here on T. Catches Senzu taking that risk. It's been punished. It's up to Techno now, and oh, it's a clean one from MONGOLZ. All falls onto the shoulders of 9-10 to take the MONGOLZ map pick to overtime. And there's the first. MONGOLZ caught out. Bomb heading A. MONGOLZ to take the space. Bomb down, MONGOLZ to activate. It's up to 9-10. Is he anticipating this close angle? It's impossible with the AWP. A well-swung trade. And it's all over on Ancient. 13-11. G2 taking the first map of their first official.
All right.
Been team demand it.
Problem solved. We are getting back underway. I think we've seen readies. And there's, yep, okay. Everybody's ready.
Okay, wonderful.
But we have G2 starting on that aforementioned T side. MONGOLZ need to bounce back on their opponent's map pick if they want to make a series of this and take us to Nuke as the third and decider. But I think as far as the debut goes for G2 to win on Ancient, kick things off with Nico, MONGOLZ, and then MONGOLZ performing, that's a very solid start. So let's see if they can have lightning strike twice.
I mean, I am intrigued as to whether or not Yenko Sentiment's going to hold weight with two new bodies being integrated into G2's roster. Sure, Inferno has always been a safe pick for the Samurai, but how does Snax adapt? How does MONGOLZ adapt? It's going to be fun to find out as they start on the T side. I'm intrigued by the double HE. T side, double nades.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're trying to bully anyone that goes for early info towards bedroom by Mazinho. Just like that, the double dunk. And an early frag.
I felt like he was late to that as well. So the fact that the nades catch him, he actually ran into his demise. So a huge man advantage for G2 out the gates, looking for their third pistol. As Senzu will sit Nico on his ass. We're back to a 4v4. As they are knocking on this apartment door. U2 on the back of Hunter, who can smoke off long and flash them out the app side. As 9-10 playing for info, the A-bomb site's being given over.
Yeah, they're giving it to them. Blitz is just going to confirm the balcony is being occupied, takes a shot, not going to commit to the duel. I say as he does actually commit to the duel. And MONGOLZ will take him down. Site is clear, bomb will be planted. Is this going to be the third pistol
Hunter
for G2?
Yeah, it's looking likely. This should be Senzu's kill every day of the week.
Clean.
Smoke for Techno, flash for Senzu, retake on.
Going to be time sensitive. 9-10 out the balk. It's a big and difficult fight towards the pit side. MONGOLZ on it. And MONGOLZ towards that mini pit. This is really hard to retake, and especially now damage has been done by MONGOLZ, puts Senzu on notice. MONGOLZ will finish off the job onto Techno. MONGOLZ looking sharp on the Glock, and G2 finding their third pistol of this series so far.
Senzu did pick up the flash there off Hunter, right? That'd be the perfect little $200
God, it's a headshot. It's a headshot as well.
Get yourself into that pit position, right? A flash, then your balcony player can swing with it while they're suppressed. Obviously, can be difficult to flash the bike player. But yeah, Blitz going down as well. If he'd stayed alive, at least they know where they're contained to. They still work somewhat, but honestly, picking up where he left off.
I'm stealing the double HEs towards the bedroom. That's cool.
Well, it is going to be the MONGOLZ with a 4-spy on the CT side. Plenty of Deagles, a couple of 5.7s, smokes as well. Can't be so liberal with these HEs. You're going to have to pick your timing. And as I say that, they've already thrown out 2 to... Well, very limited damage now. G2 will force their way up. Molly towards the mouth of Banana. 3 players make that 4. As Malbs with the bomb has made their way.
Oh, that's a lovely headshot from Senzu. And m0NESY returns the favor straight through the boxes. m0NESY, no problem through walls and no problem through smokes. He's taken down Techno. Now it forces Blitz isolated on the B side. And
Senzu
they will
gets
slow
you
down.
a cracker like that, and then m0NESY goes, hey, watch this.
Well, there's the last of the smokes.
Oh dear, okay. Oh, there was a moment's worth of conversation until m0NESY happened. You still have Hunter worrying about any aggressive maneuvers down mid and second mid, but they're just happy to park the bus. It's more than enough utility for G2 to execute. No mollies, right? That is slight qualm. You can't clear out any of the close corners with the U2. Going to have to do it with the bodies. Is Hunter going to join the team? And I don't know if it's going to matter. Rotation of 9-10 on the way. Blitz back sight, has a HE. Bit of, well, more than chip damage.
Yeah, that's lovely. Puts m0NESY on 13, but it would require some headshots from 9-10, and he does post 1 and goes down all the same. Not too many casualties. Yeah, it got scary.
Couple kills, especially the opener, and then you have some damage. So slightly shaky, but handled for G2. And that was a force buy. So the third should be a guarantee.
Cracking shot.
He's sharp, isn't he, Senzu? I think if Donk didn't exist, he's definitely one of the rookies of the year so far.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unfortunately, Donk does exist. And Spirit will be playing later today.
Yeah, MIBR, an interesting one.
Na'Vi Furia as well, because I think, obviously Skulls didn't get a lot of shine in Liquid, but seeing how this new complexion of the roster, they were boot camping for about 2 weeks in Malta, so they've been playing European Counter-Strike. MIBR, I was talking to Drop, saying they were spending time in Portugal, so trying to get in the top tier level of competition when and where they can, because it's going to be a long season. We have the major to conclude the second half of 2024 as our final event going down in China. That'll finish up on the 15th of December. But it's about timing your peaks. We're also coming off of the break, the type of format that we've been discussing with this tournament as well. We are missing some teams with roster changes at this one. No Cloud9. Obviously, we saw them add Icy, Inters, and of course, Heavy God.
One hell of a mix there. That's an eclectic combination.
Isn't it? That's alongside of Axel and Boomich. And then you've got Liquid with their changes. There you go. Nico's Revenge. Bit of a stack on B.
Oh, gets them both. And so does Techno. That's some long-range P250 work. Could have gotten awkward had Mazinho found Malbs. Puts him onto 36, but Techno noted. Bomb site lost, and the third round on its way.
You'd love a pistol, wouldn't you, MONGOLZ? So when we do flick over to the second half, depending on how this first one unfolds, really needs to secure that round, because we talked about it during map number 1. They're having to do it the hard way. And a few slip-ups. This is one of the things with MR12. You talk to the players and, oh yeah, you know, there's not as many rounds. It's hard to get back into games. It's just amplified the mistakes that you make, or the rounds that you lose, or the miracles that might happen against you. And if you're able to win a low-buy round, it can have huge echoes.
Yeah, an 8-4 half feels great until you lose against the Deagle, and suddenly it's 10-10.
Isn't it wild how quick the halves can turn around? And also when you have these score lines that are like 11-7 or something like that, and you feel like you're in a pretty decent spot, you know, you can lose that lead so quickly if the money goes against you, right? You lose, then you have to force. Okay, well now it's 11-8, and it can really just get away from you quickly. A couple of tiny ones there from Techno.
Yeah, it can feel like you don't get the full gun round for an age. But here we go. It is a full gun round for the MONGOLZ. Saving some extra pennies with that save Galil. Techno going to be wielding that. Wow, brave from 9-10. He fancies his chances towards second mid. 3 bodies, and he loses his life for it. It's info. Fortunately, Mazinho does take down m0NESY, so humbles him, keeps it level, and blocks mid.
such a necessary trade. The fact that 910's going for that move and doesn't get the kill, he's meant to be able to get away with the support of his team, but never mind. Hunter has already brute forced out Palace. Now Nico's turn. Will he get the double up? The second, too difficult as Blitz gets him, and MONGOLZ a 2v2.
Here we go now, Chad. Hunter has had the sight. Snacks delivers the package. Plans towards Cold Zera. Trying to get into this setup. What does Hunter opt for? Looking like Mini Pit might be his best option.
Yeah, they need some room.
Ooh, double trouble. Blitz coming in from Apps and Techno crawling quite quickly towards Haystack. This could get interesting. It's about the timing of this. Nade looks well placed. Right on the money. Puts Hunter down. Snacks staring at the floor, hoping to be overlooked. He's going to be cleared. It's Techno that brings the round home, but Blitz, high impact again from their leader.
Just as it looked like Nico was going to get the double on the banana push, he was more than ready for that second. But Blitz, that grenade did 54 damage straight down the back pocket of Hunter. Couldn't have been better placed. They snatched that one away because that round had the mid trade. Hunter just waltzing out Apps. It felt like it was all over Red Rover.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, nice round. They get the AWP back.
His first 3 kills and it's round defining, puts MONGOLZ on the board.
I saw on Instagram, because Yanko liked it, he liked the Mongolian Olympic outfit.
Oh, have you seen it?
Apparently it goes hard was the terminology.
Couldn't agree
apparently.
more. Asked Techno about it, he liked it too. Speaking of, he's the one holding for this early fight. Nico going to be tested. Nade and bullets raining in. Flames aplenty. Puts on 36, and Techno's not done. He knows this fight is his to be won. Takes Nico down. A nice opening kill for the MONGOLZ.
Ooh. Double smoke, so...
Oh, bullets, nades, flames, Techno just hiding right in the front of the smoke.
He's just turtled up.
Leave me alone.
Oh.
A lick of the flame does reveal MONGOLZ has taken mid-control. Spam from Blitz doesn't quite hit the mark. But they've lost Hunter as well. It's 9-10's AWP. Good for it. MONGOLZ, another incendiary, forces him out of place.
But hardly any damage.
Oh, and Techno's got another. Done very well considering just 2 points of health. Taking down m0NESY and Nico in one round. It set them up for success. New in-game leader Snacks thrust into a 1v4.
Don't know how the nades are going to help you here, mate.
And Senzu's off angle. I think some people are calling that the Nico angle. This time used to take down G2.
So we've had 2 consecutive gun rounds where G2 have used that smoke, the log smoke, as essentially a wall to be safety for them to either get over towards the logs position or the broom position. And the MONGOLZ didn't respect that whatsoever. They wanted to make sure that was their territory, and Techno huge in doing so. Now we'll have to see how that progresses, and will G2 look to just forego that space early? Search again. Or will they look to pop in, right, be a bit more aggressive, knowing that the CTs might find themselves in open positions? That's the story this first half so far, as we do see G2 on almost a full eco. There was a little bit of util expended top banana. There's a P250 in the hands of Hunter. The rest just with Glocks. Things would have to go very right for G2 and very wrong for the MONGOLZ for this one to go against the MONGOLZ. 9-10 lined up. Past the line of sight. Could run him down. Held at bay by the Flames.
Yeah, primary objective here, just try and keep hold of all those rifles, build a bit of a cash stack. Not overextending, not getting too kill hungry. They're just managing their angles well.
On the bomb in banana.
Ah, the Alexi B. First you go A.
Ah, okay. I'll drop the bomb. I'll make a sound cue and hopefully force a rotation.
Oh, I like that. That's the Snacks, excuse me. To drop the bomb bait. And now they're wrapping round. Pushing into 9-10. The AWP goes down. This is working out all right. Nico picks up the AWP. Will he be able to catch Blitz's rotation? It gets interesting if he does. Oh, doesn't go too wide on it. Senzu Graveyard. I mean, he could be a tombstone soon. 13 seconds. They're not going to clear him. Just sprays him down with his teammates' help. And it is just the loss of only one. The AWP should be recovered. Yep, Blitz will get his hands on that. And so all tied up. A quite exciting eco, as far as ecos go.
Got a little bit cheeky with it, didn't they? But that total setup from the Mongols, they just knew they had to sit and wait to waltz their way into a bomb site, don't they? Okay, well, all tied up. Rifles back into the hands. Let's see how this progresses. It might be a different call from G2 out the gates, or will they opt for this same banana pressure and presence?
Blitz throwing a spawn smoke to the T stairs. Limits the options for G2, unless they want to brave it. One of them has. It's Nico. Now got to move. Trying to edge and does so well. Brilliant work from Nico. And finished off nicely. 9-10. Faces the nade between the legs of Mr. Kovac. 4-on-4.
But again, that's the fight that we were talking about, and the fact that they're using that mechanic, exploiting Techno's push this time around. Beautiful stuff.
Okay, testing the A defense here towards the balcony, and Incendiary will cancel plans.
It's also got 9-10 in float. How quick can G2 reassemble if they're opting for this B hit? And they still have a lot of banana territory to cover. They're not sure if anybody resides up towards the sandbag position. Looks like they want to turn their affections towards A. Smoke's lined up towards that long side. 9-10 will have to rotate over to assist the likes of Blitz and Mazinho. Blitz has so many nades left to stall them out.
Yeah, that arch smoke's great. Combined with the library smoke, 9-10 is in the dark. Blitz here on the Rops angle. Drops off into one. Lovely find. Beautiful. He does double up. Blitz, combined with the 9-10 AWP, has locked G2 for 6. He's going to try and plant. Snax fakes it out, trying to find a jewel before he tries to commit, and it's 9-10 to put the cherry on top.
Great stuff from the leader again. Has had an impact in 2 big rifle rounds so far in this first half of play on map number 2. And I pointed out the util left over. He still didn't use any of it. You got a full sack of util. You get yourself a incendiary, a smoke, everything you could desire, and didn't have to use it. Opted for the headshots instead. And it looked like he had been duped there. The jump in towards boiler room, his crosshair in transition. Great job from Blitz.
Yeah, and that's twice he's been tested for the double peaks or the double frags, and he's passed the test both times. Snax tries his luck towards early banana, but it seems like MONGOLZ protocols are they're working wonderfully. Actually, I say that, he does get ahead of the nade, but Senzu's there to cross his T's and dot his I's.
Well, you can see the difference when they send the lamb as opposed to the wolf. You know, the wolf takes his time, the lamb hopes to find a timing.
Gallops in. And they're giving it a go towards Mazinho. A comfortable spray. Nothing here for G2 now. Just the Nico Deeg, the wolf, the slow, methodical wolf.
A4 gang gang. Oh.
Ooh, you know what? He's looking scary. He's huffing. He's puffing! And he blows Senzu down. Another spotted. He's been put onto 50. Not going to be humbled is Mazinho. He still gives him the fight. Not playing scared this time, this kid.
Meant to be one of these bank building rounds. Nico, definitely the one wanting to put a dent in those finances. Still has 44 seconds on his side. Only 3 more scalps to find, but this would have to be, well, even bigger bangers than that.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be outrageous, but more so from the Mongols. You'd have to really let this one go. And down he falls. Techno closes it down. A 5th round.
So now they've been stalled and stunted with this banana progression in 2 rifle rounds, even though they went 1 for 1. Right, they used the edging, but they still lost that round, and they haven't gotten the full banana control that they're looking for. I wonder if they change the tune and they go, okay, let's get boiler and holes control first. Let's try and get bracket space, and then we can return to banana, especially if they're starting with 3 individuals over towards B. It is going to be a timeout and likely to be the conversation that Taz is broaching with the team. And even though Snax was in-game leading, right, a couple of international/Polish squads for a little while there, and they're doing so with Gamer Legion, a team of a whole lot more notoriety, it's going to be interesting to see how many opinions he's having to work with, because you know that there's a lot of voices in this team, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Having people contribute ideas, but do they have a plan that everybody is on the same page of?
Seems the Mongols do. Double AWP is the call.
Feels like they're ready for G2 to potentially hedge towards A early. They've started 3-2 with only 2 over towards the B bomb site. 9-10 wanting to unravel the default, right? So if you know that they're going to try and take halls and boiler control, this AWP prong, it could be the perfect weapon for the job.
Right, so he's just going to systematically uncrouch. Here's that progression from Hunter. And the flash actually has revealed his position. The jig is up and he is out. Zinho, got to be careful with that one. Jiggles out and goes back. He was kill hungry there and punished for it by Hunter.
Yeah, I think 9-10's reposition. Mazinho at that point is like, oh, I guess I have to go. How much is Hunter aware of this? And to see him swing like that as well, it seems a bit odd that he would do that on his lonesome.
Yeah, very little help.
Well, they've sprung out multiple smokes over towards A.
They've got the right read. Snacks or whoever's made the call, aware that it's going to be a rather exposed AWP with little help, and a missed shot from 9-10. It's starting to collapse. The A site should be theirs for the taking. Techno braving the smoke straight into the AK of Nico.
Well, it felt like MONGOLZ had the right idea, but the duel going against them, Hunter winning it, Mazinho swinging out a moment too early where 9-10 couldn't trade. Like you're right, it's just the one flash in towards boiler. 9-10 noisily has to get out of dodge. Looked like he even fluffed his movement a little bit on the initial escape. And then the reposition to try and hold onto that territory. And G2, they pull it out. And, again, they didn't try that banana aggression. They just searched over towards A. So good stuff from G2 to get back into the winning ways. They've broken the streak of 5 now where the bomb had only gone down once. They want to hunt. They want to take everything. Senzu reveals his position.
Terrorists win.
5 alive, going to feel good for G2 to close out this T half strong. And this is the duel from Hunter. I mean, this is the kind of fight he will take any day of the week. You want a wide swing into me? I've been doing this since before you were born, kid. And actually, yeah, looks like he's a bit self-critical of himself, knows that wasn't perhaps optimal.
Yeah, as I said, it's tough because you can see 9-10 coming. You understand that likely in the timeout that your opponent called, you had a discussion. Because it feels the way that they opened that round, they had the right read. They had a good answer for what was possible. But that's where you got to win your fights, right? You've got to win those duels.
Yeah, you can have all the smokes and plans and defaults and protocols. You do still have to put the crosshair on the head, which Hunter did marvelously.
Well, MONGOLZ have called a timeout off the back of that round loss. So at this point, is there a statement play from the MONGOLZ? It's like, all right, hold up a second, let's try and do something. Or are you still hoping that you have the read and now you know how the flow of the game is going to work? Because G2 did go into the stack. They went into more defenders to start the round. They just walked away with the victory. And now we see harass towards Banana. So back to the normal script. A different opening smoke, though, from G2. You can see it's not down towards logs. It's not to edge around. It was half wall. So you're going to have to try and clear this out a different way if you're MONGOLZ. And mounting up the half wall is Senzu. AWP v AWP.
Yeah, 9-10's going to be the one peeked into. Oh, no, there's a supportive flash there. Monacy able to find the frag. 9-10 just dips away with a white screen. Does chip away at Nico. Nade lands on his toes. Well, he's in his toes vicinity.
I feel that you want to go back and pressure Banana before you just go, hey, you've still got 50 seconds left.
They've smoked off our side. It's going to be feeling... Oh, very difficult to take that Banana pressure off.
For sure. You have to brave through this. You do have a nade on Malbs to break, but he's not near the party right now. It's Nico and Snacks. They know that they can't just go towards A, so they're at least trying to show a little bit of presence.
Here he goes. Perfect candidate for this, and yeah, he's down to 9-10.
Well, the rotation's starting to come in.
Yeah, it's a valuable death. It's actually going to take at least one body off of this A stack. Still 3 here with only 20 seconds.
Drop the molly, Techno.
Senzu, lovely from Senzu, pushing just as the smoke blooms. Catches the double, puts G2 down. Hunter only the one. 9 seconds. Hunter just has to get out.
No, Inferno, I think, is not a fan favorite as much as it used to be. But there's some really nice details when watching a game of Inferno. You can see how systematic in nature some of these fights are with the util. Banana especially. It's something that you could do breakdowns on for hours. But you could just see the exchange. So Mono CT stairs, they flash him into the angle. Okay, well now we're the CT side, we're going to smoke it. And he even flashed into the smoke before he re-peeked. And then it's really nice to see the level of layers and details. But, well, they don't allow G2 to string any rifle rounds together.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that smoke towards Banana at 40 seconds won them the round. That's Inferno for you.
And that's the big issue that Snax has in that moment. It's like, well, if we just go A,
there's probably 4.
Yeah, and they're setting themselves up. He dies. He said a very valuable death. The site was weakened, but the timing on that arch swing, huge. A late incendiary left for Techno as well. Does stall them coming up that porch side. It does look like we have a slight technical issue, everybody. But there's 2 more games of Counter-Strike going on simultaneously. So if you want to go and check out MONGOLZ versus Sashi, let's say Sashi are doing pretty damn good. And we also have FaZe versus FlyQuest. The Australians put up a bit of a fight on map number 1. And we're moved into map number 2, Nuke, FaZe Clan's Choice. After this, Na'Vi Furia, Vitality M80, Virtus Pro Complexity, and Spirit versus MIBR. So plenty more Counter-Strike to come your way today. And tomorrow into the best of ones.
Yeah, best of ones.
I was talking to Gigi Howe about this, and I kind of prefaced the conversation. I spoke to Dennis Lowe and I spoke to Issa, and I said, it does suck for you guys of where you start, but being a newer team, it limits the amount of maps that you have to focus on.
True.
So you would only need to practice a 3 to 4 map pool, right? So that means for the best of ones, they can be a little bit more dialed in and it's going to be tough regardless of what happens, but they can be a little bit, you don't need to worry about a 5 to 6 map pool. So you get
Silver lining.
Oh, the smallest of.
Yeah, it's something.
Doing my best to look for anything. Got the shovel out, went digging.
Yeah, wow. I'm trying to do, how many games would Gigi Howe have to win in a row?
What, to win the whole event?
Yeah. Well, no, to get out of the resurrection stage.
They would have to win, what, 3? It's only 3.
Okay.
3 best of ones.
All right. 3 better ones, and you can survive to fight in the playoffs. I mean, they, got through. There's no doubt about it. An interesting roster, that one.
Yes. Kirby, Issa of Hellraiser's fame.
Do you know anything of Mini and Osamas?
No.
I know.
I've seen their names around a bit when these Middle Eastern qualifiers and whatnot are on, but okay. I'd be lying if I told everybody I've investigated them heavily.
No, that's fair.
Oh, Alex, I left a bloody Kit Kat in my pocket.
Oh, no, is it all gooey?
It's all melty.
Well, probably still delicious.
Yeah, well, we just took a break.
And now we're back.
To have a melted Kit Kat. Just as tasty, I'm sure.
Okay, well, Snax is trying his luck again, and seems like a similar result. Finds himself under half health. Testing the aim of Senzu and Techno. Senzu on that AWP though, and yeah, that's lovely from Nico. Just a pixel of Senzu's scalp is all he needs. Takes the opening kill of round 11.
Careful, Techno.
Playing with fire, literally, as he throws out the incendiary. Nico ahead of it, doing the flashbang dance. Good work from Blitz. Another impactful double, and then Techno does the same.
Double trouble.
1 bullet, 2 kills. Hunter, he could be next on the naughty list. Yeah, not far off through the smoke. Hunter trying to punish perhaps on the AWP. Bomb scooped up, 1 versus 3 taking shape.
Well, he's been respected. You can see the push down middle from Mazinho.
Sorry?
They cleared the smoke.
Okay, I thought 9-10 just hit one hell of a smoke bang. It's a 7th round here. This is on G2's pick, so if you can even leave with an 8th, this would be one hell of a half for the CT side.
But you can see what I was discussing, right? Anytime it's been a round where they actually want to try and brute force Banana early, it's Snax.
Yeah.
And if they want to be a little bit more poised about it, it's Nico. Nico still with an absolute blinder of a shot. I can't believe Blitz got another double. He has been fantastic in this first half. Definitely the most impactful player.
Yeah, I mean, and some very impactful rounds in Ancient as well. And that's Senzu's AWP this time, taking down Nico. So One of the only rounds we've seen Nico's early B adventures be cut short. App set up more aggressive this time. They're starting 9-10 and Mazinho towards the apartments. But they're heading towards Senzu, and he tries to get on half-wall. It's a MONGOLZ frag that brings us back. Even kill. MONGOLZ does Techno dirty there. Another tap just to the top of the head.
Well, we get another Inferno retake at least.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Blitz, not another double. Can he really do it again? He's not far off the mark. Goes down to MONGOLZ. He's done enough to make it possible. MONGOLZ, however, will be in a prime position to stop Mazinho in his tracks. 9-10 trying to be threatening. But this position from MONGOLZ, it's such a difficult clear. Jumping up, pre-fire, still impossible for Mazinho to do anything about that. 9-10, a Tech9 and a dream. It's 7-5 on the half. G2 keeping it close. To the resurrection stage where best of ones is all you have to fight for your survival. It makes it all the more important to put up a fight here. G2 MONGOLZ on G2's pick with the MONGOLZ lead. I'm joined by Sponge as we get the second half underway.
And I've got one question for you, the viewers, and the players in the server. Will it be 4 for 4 for pistols for G2?
Oh gosh, yeah.
On the boost as they take contact top banana. 3 players to defend, flash forward in the fight.
Bit disjointed on that flash there. Snacks throwing it upon the Nico reload. They weren't able to profit or stick around.
Look at this. We put 1 flash in, we put 1 flash out, you put 1 flash in, and now we hit B roundabout.
Not bad. And not bad from Senzu. Could this be MONGOLZ's first pistol? It's shaping up nicely. Snacks deleted by 9-10. And just like that, it seems that they have bucked the trend.
Senzu's sharp, isn't he? He shoots hard.
It sounds stupid, but when I was watching him kill them in spawn in the warm-up, he just looks robotic.
Oh.
And I think he's named his M4 after Robs.
Has he?
Yeah, it's got lots of characters I can't read, and then it just says Robs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There we have it.
There it is. They've broken the streak. So the pistol round are now 8 for MONGOLZ. To G2, do they try their luck with the force spy like MONGOLZ did in the first half, or do they take things as a bit of a save? Well, I can see purchase for Nico already coming through the pipeline, so unlikely. Here's the Senzu opener. Drills Nico. So that head-to-head's actually been quite an interesting one over towards the B-bomb site. I'm sure we'll see more of that as the second half unfolds. But here's the force, the complexion. MONGOLZ dropped a scout by the new in-game leader, Snacks. A couple of Deagles, 5.7s, MP9, and aggression as MONGOLZ tears down towards the bench position, looking to catch a couple of players from behind. The flash is good, the scout is better, and that's 2 huge kills.
This is problematic, and it only gets worse. Senzu cut down as well. Oh, it's fallen to pieces immediately. You know what's worse than losing every pistol? It's winning the pistol and losing the second round.
Indeed, and especially with not even a single bit of resistance so far. You could see that move coming from a mile for G2. The flash was perfect. That's what facilitated the opening skirmish. The drop down to the chicken pit from Hunter to grab a second, and now just 9-10 and Mazinho have, well, they found a bomb site. They just need to find this kill. MONGOLZ on the boost, delivers, and that'll be that.
Oh my goodness, 5 alive as you come into the second round. That is dreamy.
That reignites the campaign, doesn't it?
It certainly does. This potential 2-0, are the MONGOLZ really going to be sent to that best of one last chance? In just 2 maps. This was Hunter with some impact. Lovely read to catch Senzu's adaptation from alt mid down towards the mech seat. And so we got some Tech9s, we got some P250s, and it's their turn to try and fight fire with fire. However, lacking firepower. Up banana, testing the util. This could end very quickly as the SMG from Snacks only gets the 1. And Nico goes down. They weren't ready for Hunter, but he's gone too. Senzu's Tech9 rips into the B site. And they're back in with a chance to find the 9th.
Just painting a picture around them was Hunter.
Oh. 3. You had 3 there. You had everything you needed.
Exactly. I have no idea how they've just won with that all-in B rush.
Senzu, baby.
And the fact Snacks is the only one to get a kill. He was the least equipped as far as the firepower was concerned.
Nico and Hunter, M4s each.
And no, AK for Nico.
Oh, goodness.
He's weapon of choice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gone down. We might be able to see something of that in the replay, but it did look catastrophic from the G2 perspective.
Just marauding up banana. Well, take you back to Ancient. G2 won around just running up the B lane straight in towards that bomb site, but it didn't start as pretty as that.
Oh, those are the best feeling rounds for the Mongols. You get such a short-lived tilt. You're feeling hard done by losing that second round, and
Here we go.
Senzu charging up. Snax gets the first.
Instantly traded. Senzu, damn.
And then Blitz onto Nico, and then they're pulling out nades. It's just Senzu with 19 health. Oh, yeah.
You think Hunter at least gets one there?
Emotion's going to be running higher for G2. This is going to get interesting now, Chad. We have got a kind of a battle of both teams hanging in the balance of this round.
So 2 M4s, Scout, 2 MP9s. Definitely not the worst purchases. Snax looking at his teammate's screen. Ready and raring to throw the flash to facilitate Nico and MONGOLZ. MONGOLZ anchoring down towards the apps position. Hunter over towards the long side. He's trying to grab this top banana control. Senzu with the MP9. He'll be the space creator in unison. Molly in a flash. If anybody was out towards Sandbag, would have made things difficult. But
Good
here
flash.
comes the fight.
And nothing for G2. Nico and MONGOLZ this time empty-handed. In back-to-back rounds, B site seems to be a problem. They're expecting an over-rotation now of the CTs. But they actually stand their ground. They put faith into Snax.
I think the thing is, rotating into what could already be a lost bomb side with the 2 M4s, plan ahead, try and hold on to these. If Snax gets something, sure, maybe we can have a look. But otherwise, we get 2 M4s for the next round of play.
Yeah, that's smart.
Hello?
Snax, what you got for us, mate? One. Nearly a second as well. He had a bit of hang time on that conversion from Azinho. But as you said, the M4 is a priority into the next.
But we have to paint the picture of how the next few rounds are going to start to unravel. So G2 will save on to these 2 M4s, but in the next round, they only get themselves that 1900 loss bonus. So the score is already about to be 10-6. If you take a save behind the 2 M4s, everybody just holds on to their goods. Then you're going to find yourself being able to have a rifle round, but the scoreline at that point is going to be 11-6. So it's going to be almost no margin for error to battle your way back in.
Well, topsy-turvy, isn't it?
Yeah, or you force buy in again. Right, and at this point, that's not a great decision either way. So a tough Inferno ahead for G2. Both teams looking to pick up their opponent's map choice before we potentially head to the third and decider of Nuke, which is only 3 rounds away.
Well, when you put it like that, pressure mounting for G2. It felt like the first half was a good haul.
Have to reflect on his impact, Mr. Blitz. I don't know if he goes by Mr., but Blitz. Master Blitz.
Master. Grandmaster or whatever.
I don't think he's that good.
Okay, feeder, intermediate,
2K.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big brain.
That one. Well, Malbs, I have to admire it. When you're one of the 2 save rifles, you know you have to be a bit of a playmaker, and he's done that. Goes aggressive towards the bedroom, times the peak into Mazinho, progressing up the second middle. And a stack to... Oh, wow, he did it as well when he was solo A. That's an admirable play.
I think that's one of the things that MONGOLZ will definitely provide to this team. We saw it towards the tail end of Ancient, actually the knockout blow of Ancient with that saved AK-47, finding impact to close out the map.
Yeah, he comes alive when the pressure is on him to make the play.
And they've actually now facilitated a huge rotation. They've left MONGOLZ over towards B. Everybody else joining MONGOLZ on this A bomb site. It's a little bit too quiet in Banana, as the MONGOLZ still have 60 seconds on the clock, but making their way through the apps position. I think they're expecting the rifle to show itself, then rotate, but that's not the case.
Oh, you are walking straight into G2's palms here. This is what they were waiting for. Still pressure onto Malbs, and he gets nothing. This USP primed and ready. The silencer enables a double from Nico. How has he gotten away with that? Finally fouled. Hunter, that rifle, he's got the 9-10 frag, a freebie overlooked completely on the site. Has Blitz got another impact round in him? Finds the first onto MONGOLZ. Hunter actually going for an elevated angle. Unpredictable. Big round from Hunter. finishes what Malb started. The Nico double on the USP. You don't get that with the P2K. Just no one's turning, no one's acknowledging him, and stays composed on the taps.
Interesting as well. I guess we're playing Counter-Strike by nameplates in a way. Hunter is one of the A defenders, but goes somewhat overlooked. I think just because of the sheer amount of forces that they dealt with, Malb, Snacks, and then they note Nico's position. Not ready for Hunter to be there as well. So we've had some real snatches of rounds going against the favored teams in this last slew. Hasn't completely shattered the Mongols, but it's definitely put them at that breaking point with Galil's having to be donned. They've taken their second tactical timeout to get Mara on the mic for a conversation about how they're going to try and close this map out. I know I said it was only 3 more rounds, but those 3 more rounds now feel a whole lot further away. G2 still showing a competitive nature. Only their second round so far out of the 5 of this second half. Still very early stages. And we were just discussing moments ago about how quick these maps can be turned on their head in MR12.
Early half-wall smoke thrown out by the Mongols.
This is direct, isn't it?
Looks it.
Might be by virtue of limited utility. Have to brave this.
Yeah, but with the AWP, honestly, he's going to struggle to get away with more than one. He hears them. Look at this, just so sound cue based. He knows he has to fall back, tucks in. And it's actually MONGOLZ, does well for the first. Techno responding. Monacy's AWP. Ooh, unable to find their head, but his molly does find Techno. 2 remaining for the Mongols. They are into the site. The bomb dropped, unable to continue to apply the pressure with the plant. Scooped up by 910. Gap on that smoke. Snacks, good find. Tracks 910 as he descends. And Mazinho with 3 on his plate. 60 seconds to slow things down. This is the fight. Snacks, last seen short. Does he consider the boiler? But Snacks is ready. G2 leave with an 8th and 3 alive. Mongols humbled. And as you said, those 3 rounds, they do feel a whole lot further away.
Yeah, that Snacks kill, it did look labored, but that was the difference maker of the round, right? If 910's able to pick up the bomb, get into the side, they had multiple smokes. They could have redeployed over towards the moto position, maybe even one in towards short, try and corral them, delay them for a little bit longer. Monacy getting a kill with the AWP and the flames. See, it looked a bit labored, trying to track that. But a big one to win. And you can see G2 getting fired up about that one. Surely this time they don't just lose to an all-in B rush. It's not the force fight for MONGOLZ. They're going to take things light. A few Deagles, Tech9, smoke in the mix. Techno throws it out towards the half wall. It'll give them a lot of space, sure.
They've done it before.
Is he just going to walk through it? They don't have any flashes. I guess if you group up and explode and you catch them on a timing, as Nico wants to hold on to some space. Boosted up half wall, that's a good response. Or at least a good way to keep some information.
And there isn't any information for the A side. Look how passive they're playing it.
Yeah, completely turtled. So you're playing in the dark right now.
You just need a banger of a headshot onto Snacks, and they do actually hit it, unfortunately, with a Glock. He lives on. And they don't manage to get too much out of this one. Senzu does find Monacy. A couple of extra $100 for him, but the AWP is maintained. Hunter brings it through.
That's a bit more of a classic approach, right? So textbook Counter-Strike of once upon a time, playing your anti-eco super passive, because in theory, you should have stronger setups. You're on the defense, right? They have to come to you. And of course, the weaponry. That's how we would have played anti-ecos a very long time ago. But these days, it's so risky because one Deagle kill and the whole round can cascade. And you know how hard it is to hold on to these bomb sites. But G2 stick the landing with ease.
Do you think that Snacks his fingerprints then, if it's old school?
Well, I just think it's because they lost to the B-Rush last time round, it's, hey, let's just be safe.
Fair.
What is this?
That is Blitz charging towards A, and Monacy's just licking his lips. Anyone else? He's going to get a third. Monacy's AWP sends Mongols back to spawn. It's just Mazinho. And he's sprinting towards Nico's position, trying to get this one over and done with. 10-10, the dream of G2 taking this one in 2. It's been reignited.
It has. 4 in a row, no bomb going down in any of those rounds. Obviously, the finances being a big conversation point, but the way that these teams have reignited this second half for both of them, it's almost like a half of 2 halves. It feels like G2 are now getting the stranglehold of it. Some individual moments turning this on its head.
What do you make of that speed towards mid? I haven't seen anything like that.
No, me either.
What is this, though? It's a lot of nades.
Yeah, well, what's HE's late? What are they going back to sell? Gentlemen, what's happening here? Util Glocks, Alex.
Ah, yes, the classic Util Glock round.
Isn't it great? Well, with the loss bonus going into the next to 3,400, they know that they just had to leave themselves around that 1K mark. You can see everybody roughly hovering around that. A little bit more would be nice. But at least Util to try and get them into some space. And you're asking about that previous round running up short.
Yeah.
If a team starts 3B, you're hoping you can just isolate the pit defender. So I think they're going, okay, well, if MONGOLZ is just in pit, maybe we can just run up on him. But MONGOLZ being there as well, that X factor, another good map for him, 15 kills. But actually, everybody on both sides of the server is contributing. Mazinho at the very bottom with only 9. But otherwise, everyone has had a moment or two.
Well, forced into a passive stance once more, this time by virtue of the utility, as we've discussed. Blitz clearly investing into this with a plan. Let's see if it can take shape. A bomb plant certainly would soften the blow of this investment.
Nades for bike, that's where they're headed.
Okay. And MONGOLZ, he's on the receiving end of a barrage of HE grenades. Down he goes. Hunter comes out of his hidey hole for one, and now done. They're into the site. They're doing it, Chad. They've taken the A-bomb site by force. Storming in. Whoa. Oh, nice one back. Snacks with the smoke kill.
Nade's good too.
Yeah, puts Blitz on half health. Does have Kevlar, though. The only one that could have survived that nade, and he's managed to live on with the AWP. Has Snacks got anything more for us here? They've got the cash to go for this. They got the kit. And Mazinho's got Snacks' number. Takes him down, all onto Nico on this crawl. So jumping for info. They want confirmation of his presence. And now they've got it. Nearly hits the transfer. Blitz on low HP, but no time for this one. It is gonna have to be the MONGOLZ round. They take an 11th on just Glocks and nades.
What a ridiculous couple of rounds that we've had,
This
right?
whole half has been kooky.
There was 2 individuals with Glocks. I think there was maybe 1 Tech 9, some Deagles, prioritizing Util, and you pull that off.
I mean, that's one for the demo review, right? For G2, that's going to be one to review.
Well, Mal's getting a taste of just what it's like to be that pit player.
Yeah.
3 nades landing on his doorstep, ringing that bike's bell.
Oh, he hits that transfer. There still wasn't much time.
Still, this game.
Every time I think I know where it's going, something like that happens. Well, well, well.
Well, now you're in a lot of hot water if you're G2, because your loss bonus going into the next is only 1,900. You lose this, that's 12 for MONGOLZ, and then you have a 1,900 loss bonus for what could be the final round. They have to bounce back.
Look at Snacks. This is crazy Counter-Strike. Despite the low HP, he puts himself in this off angle. And now maybe overlooked by Senzu. Oh, it feels like he's a dead man holding. Perhaps essentially just bait for Nico's trade, and down he goes, no trade potential there. That is just an opening kill for the MONGOLZ.
Might have to be a bit of a gamble from G2 at some point in the CT side, as mentioned, with the loss bonus working against them. Have to stack a site and hope that if they, well, hopefully they walk on in, and if they don't, you can just save.
Makes sense. And that feels great from Honestly. Catching 9-10's crawl. An equalizing frag.
Looks like it'll be the B finish, right? They've got smokes available to be able to do it. Mazinho needs to actually get back. His is going to be quite important. Senzu can do on the fly for CT, but Nico can be a difference maker.
Yeah, they need to make haste. The quicker you do this, the more better it is.
They're going to win the round.
English. Ollie onto Nubox, and they are going to win this round convincingly, despite losing Snacks in the opening. He's the only casualty. It's worked out wonderfully. 11-11.
That felt so poorly put together from MONGOLZ.
For sure.
Considering how beautiful the previous without any guns was, to having full rifles, everything you could possibly desire, banana control, and then you just waltz in willy-nilly.
Yeah, that death going to be haunting Senzu. You had the nades, it just wasn't synchronized. The opposite of synergy. Modesty's very happy with that one. And charging his mouth, he's mad. He lays down the gauntlet, says, let's duel, and takes 2. G2, they want to finish this one in regulation. He's been close every step of the way here, Ancient, and now Inferno. But G2's map pick, and they're starting to hit their stride and hit their shots. MONGOLZ just charges in, takes 2, brings the fight to the attacking side.
And the desk was discussing in that position, and talking about with Nexter and the team just constantly being in pit. Right? This is a type of position where you can call your setups. And Malbs, I don't know how much influence he had on the aggression there, but regardless, he's made a good window move work twice, and this one to guarantee 12, or it should do. 2v2 on the B bomb site. Crossfire set up, contact for 9-10.
Ooh, a chance there. He's got the info onto both of them. Forced into the open is Snags, tries to delay it and still goes down, despite the supportive flash of Nico.
Lots of nades for the retake, Alex.
Yeah, and that smoke's going to be very threatening. They can slip through Paul, they can slip Banana side. 9-10 doesn't have health. It's going to fall to Techno. If 9-10 can do something with his remaining health and that flash, perhaps set Techno up, find the timing. Time ticks. This is brutal. 3 now. About to be triple swinging. Good timing, but that's it. A 12th round found for G2. Successful retake. A double kill for Malbs as well. The kill spread very even across the board for our second map of this series.
Oh, nuke might not be needed after all, unless the Mongols can take us to overtime and then convert. Just seen timeout number 3 come in, and you can understand why with the rule sets, the way it's changed. You get 3 timeouts in regulation, and then once you make it to overtime, each overtime, you get yourself 1 extra timeout that must be used. Well, it doesn't stack. You don't have to use it. Maybe you don't need the 30 seconds. They're the pump now are the Mongols, so what are they able to pull off with 5 Galils? Very light on in the util department. They've been able to muster 4 smokes, a handful of flashes, a couple of Molotovs. The other side of the server, several AKs dotting their hands, the AWP and Monacy, kits, head armor, all the goods. It's 5 kills for G2 on debut. G-New.
G-New.
From G-Stew to G-New.
And looking to do it in 2. Be one hell of a first result. Taking down current world rank 11.
This looks explosive.
Certainly does. They got the banana flash lined up. Going to be testing Snacks with some aggression. Same angle. Will he have the same result? Nico onto the Zinho. He's been dinged, but they've got their knives out. Techno a team kill. Oh, it's fallen to pieces for the Mongols. Snacks disrupts. Nice one back. Can Blitz really be the difference maker? He doesn't have the bomb. Smokes out CT. Anticipates that they are divided. Malbs and Monacy. The M&M combo.
Can't go back. Has to go forward. Has found another smoke. Could go for a redeploy towards CT spawn. Monacy can break it, but he's coming from Banana. Cannot assist Malbs right now.
Extra smoke does enable some play potential. Hesitance from G2. Want to play this right. Want to finish in regulation. So much hinging off of this 1 versus 2 and spam through the smoke, but he doesn't have the confirmation. Too far away. Blitz now 50 HP to come up clutch and force OT. Will he get this duel? It's Monacy with the AWP, and patience the name of the game. Smoke now fades, headshot found, Blitz can reposition. It's taking shape, the 1v3, just one more to find. It's Malbs with his nader, and Blitz says, let's go! Overtime secured, again, impact from the Mongolian in-game leader.
Yeah, massive work from him within the first half of play. Kicked things off in the first rifle round with that retake, and now here in round number 24. Well, a little smirk on the face of a man who tends to not have too much emotion, but that was beautiful.
That was fantastic. I can't believe they recovered from this. Whatever you want to call that.
The chaos, but it kind of sums up the map, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the second half. Wow, Blitz, what a gamer.
Now straight back into things, not messing about.
Oh, G2, you're still going to be replaying that one. All 3 of them.
There's so many rounds to think about in this half that have gone against either team.
But I'm sure that's one of the differentiating factors between the good and the great is you can just shake it off. Focus on the round in front of you, live in the present. Much easier said than done. It's Nico finding Senzu with some aggression. Oh, bloody hell, Blitz. The pre-aim on that off angle takes down MONGOLZ. Revolting.
Hey, Alex, they might need the bomb, huh?
Yeah, at some point. Certainly going to become a priority soon. It looks like it's been Techno tasked with the retrieval. Blitz has found a ridiculous headshot to get this back into level pegging.
Looks like they have to go A.
Hunter overlooked on MONGOLZ, criminally undercleared. Nico builds upon it, but hang on. 9-10 removes Nico from the picture. It's Techno from this elevated angle, pre-aimed, but controls the spray, knows there's potential second on the site. He was last seen MONGOLZ, now tucked and staring at the floorboards. Mounts up, finds the timing.
Good flash work from MONGOLZ.
Can Techno do the clutch?
Oh!
What a shot! That's disgusting! First Blitz, now Techno demonstrates the mechanical skill of this Mongolian side.
That was smooth. He just kept on moving. Techno now with a clutch.
Bloody hell.
Back to back.
They're just headshot machines. We'll see this one again from Blitz. Absolutely perfect. And then Techno. That shot onto Library is something you write stories about. Bang! Immediate adjustment. Time pressure. Professionals up against you, and he's put the 13th on the board.
Oh dear, G2 going to crack. MONGOLZ now, he wants to taste the aggression.
Snacks. Oh, he's just being bullied, battered by the HE grenades. Taken out early.
Tough clear onto Nico.
Yeah, this is a big play. He's backed himself in this one. Now backing away. And he's found the timing. Perfect onto Techno. No trade from Senzu. He's been flashed off the half wall. Peek from Nico. And yeah, we'll find ourselves boiling into a 4v4, but for how long? This is the fight. MONGOLZ again with his nades out. Got to be careful.
It's in a... Oh, felt like he had to go. Once they identified that there was 2 players on B still. Waited for the team to group up. Still a 4v4. So much util available for MONGOLZ.
Zinho, this is a big opportunity from him, and he does control the spray. About 10 bullets deep. Still finds Hunter.
They can pivot if they want.
Yeah, gamble from G2. They're expecting MONGOLZ not to have the audacity to go into the unknown. And it's nice from MONGOLZ. Finds himself one onto the balcony player. Moto smoke. MONGOLZ and MONGOLZ ahead of it. It's Arch for Nico. This is the frag. This is the fight. He's been spotted out. Can't seem to isolate. Oh, he's fumbled his util there. Can peek ahead of it. Overlooked. Senzu tricked by the sound cue. Nico makes the best of a bad situation for an equalize here in OT.
G2 just biting down, going, hey, yeah, like you said, they don't have the audacity to go back, so they've just heavily rotated across there, and some great shots from Nico. He's looking sharp as well. When I was talking about Mizzino going for that play before the incendiary, I think if they wanted to exploit the timing, he has to make a bit of a play there. He's still able to make that incision, but again, it just like the MONGOLZ can look so coordinated at times, but then in others, look a bit discombobulated.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like that fear of making the wrong decision. He doesn't make any decision. Smoke for the extinguisher. Wait, that's a CT smoke, excuse me. Thrown out from spawn, and 9-10 with some Aggie AWPing. He's actually found Nico. Surely that's just an open runway now. You've got to try and test snags. You know you've taken down the hardest hitter on this bomb site. Now, with rotation from Hunter and a smoke to block and a spam perfectly placed, they find themselves slowing things down.
It feels unnecessary with the spam back with the man advantage in that situation. And look at that cache of nades available for Snacks to try and delay this onslaught coming towards B. They're breaking and looks like they want to go.
Yeah, they're breaking and they're entering. But will they be arrested this time by Hunter? Here's them going pull. Doesn't adjust his crosshair. Now he will on the mantle. Techno taken down. Spam from Snacks. Significant damage onto the MONGOLZ. This is going to be one hell of a difficult post plan. I don't know how you dig yourselves out of trouble here with low HP on 9-10. Mazinho sub 50. Man, disadvantage. Blitz, could he have that impact once more? The flash is perfect. That's team play. MONGOLZ, he's fragging, he's flashing, but so is Mazinho. Finds one on the advance of Snacks. Molly towards the new box, forces him into the open, but still he hits the shot. MONGOLZ versus 9-10. It's AWP v AWP. And it's still MONGOLZ with flashes and frags to bring home the advantage on the change of the half.
That one tied. Look, I think having so many nades available for the retake for G2, it's a luxury with Malbs and MONGOLZ over towards their side. They're more than happy to take the fight. So the two of them, well, they're all understandably, but Malbs as well back in his aim. They're not using many of their nades. So many available for that retake, and that molly looked like it was coming in clutch. That's the opener for 9-10 onto Nico to kick things off. But Hunter needs some impact. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from G2. It feels like they're always asking for a flash when available. There's been a lot of flash assists in the feed, but 2 more rounds for G2 to pick it up.
They want this in 2. I mean, just such a stress reliever. Or will they have to live and fight into a 3rd map?
Banana opening for Snacks. This time he's not just getting naded down. Finds the bullets through the smoke. Techno in the dirt has to sit by and watch as Senzu. This will be desperate.
He's stubborn about this. This could go awry quickly. 9-10 summoned. They want to fight for half wall. It's been quiet on A site, and Blitz is going to start to maneuver over.
Here's the flash. Is that the go?
Softened up Nico down to 8 HP. Molly should finish him off. That's big from Blitz. Takes his opportunity to cast his eyes down deep. They're coming. Snacks is crawling. The AWP a good counter, but one good flash. A molly even better. Sends 9-10 back into the site. Senzu cheating back over. This puts so much pressure onto 9-10. What happens when they smoke CT? This is only going to confirm their suspicions, but it's all fakery from Hunter. Oh, well-timed smoke though, Chad.
They're going to have to go through this.
And they will. 9-10 delivers, taking down the first onto Snacks and unable quite to find Malbs. The site is wide open. They'll confirm it with the clears. A helpless spam from Blitz, but this site now lost. It's time to take shape into a retake.
Zinho's still investigating top middle. They're worried about this Hunter lurk. There's seconds, valuable seconds are being milked off the clock.
Yeah, that's the power of that utility thrown out. That's just not convinced.
They have to get a move on. There's kits available for Blitz and Senzu. Zinho with the utility, but they need to clear top banana.
Yeah, it's up to Hunter. He's hardly audible. Double swing. Beautiful from Hunter. Times it to perfection. A dink did land. Trying to fight tooth and nail. He'll be exposed to Blitz. Double dark. This could work, or it could go horribly wrong. The info is there. They line up. And G2 sees 15, 2 match points.
I think in that moment, because of the amount of information that the MONGOLZ gave away by retaking Banana, Blitz got the kill with the U2, and you also had 9-10 Fari's AWP, and Senzu's a traditional B holder. So they're thinking, there's no way. Like, they have to think we have multiple players here and think they're going to get ahead of it, but they just leave the AWP. 9-10 does a pretty valiant job, but he's in a very tough situation. And just the amount of time that Hunter's presence, mere presence alone, was able to bail them out with as they take their time to retake. Zinho as well, probably getting told as he's about to pick top banana, hey bud, you have the incendiary, use that back sight, help us clear something out. Senzu steps into the angle that was meant for Zinho. He goes down, and well, G2 just 1 round away.
And a small tidbit as well, you saw it from MONGOLZ's POV in the replay there, just his self-conviction to be able to take that shot over his teammate's shoulder. No team kill threat, not lining up, just a little bit of, conscious spacing enabled him to contribute to the fight, to the duel, but also not at risk of ending the round with a team kill. Here we go, 2 opportunities for G2 to take their debut as G-New.
No rounds for MONGOLZ since the clutches.
That's true. And now, a change of pace. MONGOLZ's the one to lead the pack. This is interesting. The flashes are good. He overlooks Senzu on the forward position on Car. And so a first blood drawn for MONGOLZ to try and survive the night.
Zinho's about to be run down by 3.
Yeah, this is going to be uncomfortable if Techno can't provide some support. Zinho in that pit position. Flashes and a Molotov. He's not going to have any issues with the first. A hard transfer onto Snacks.
This has to be it.
3v3 that does certainly favor G2. This could be the last round that MONGOLZ play in this upper bracket. Nico, what a powerful position. There's no way you're clearing this. A free frag for Nico. Anticipates another, and Nico carries G2 across the finish line. Unless Blitz can do it once more. A 1v3 demanded of him. He's done it once. He can't do it twice. The angles are too strong. The time too far gone. And MONGOLZ condemned to the resurrection stage. G2 survive a 2-0 to start off their campaign.